I was going to do an I don't know who needs to hear this kind of message, but this is a little bit more involved. It's a little bit too big, too complex, too, I don't know. So, I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm going to make it a long one. If you've ever played the Tales series games, the old ones are a lot better than the new ones. But there's one called Tales of Symphonia, where the world was torn apart by war, and it was split into two halves that competed for the Earth's energy because the world tree died. Like Yggdrasil, the mythological Celtic world tree, supplied all of the energy to the world. But the weapons of mass destruction that they made for the war depleted the energy of the Earth. So they had to split it in two to ration what little energy remained. So while one side, one dimension, was flourishing, the other dimension would wane, and it would start to die. Magic becomes unusable, the land starts to wither, crops don't grow. And this group takes control over that side, the side that's withering, and they enslave the people and force them into hard labor and terrible conditions in order to harness their life force. Sound familiar? So the story starts off with a chosen, they call her the chosen of her generation. And she essentially has this mission to travel the world and regenerate the planet and bring all of that life force into their side of the world. Only they don't know that there's another side that they're stealing that energy from. They don't know that it's supposed to be one, it's supposed to be balanced. They think that they're just tipping the scales back to good. And what she knows, what the chosen knows, the entire journey. Her name's Colette. What she knows is that she's going to lose herself, that she's going to either die or become an angel, which for her might as well be the same thing. And what actually ends up happening is she loses her humanity. She loses her consciousness, becomes an empty vessel. And that is the byproduct of the world regeneration. Yeah, it pulls all of that life force back into the planet at the cost of her. And this story revolves around this group that decides that they'll find another way. Door number 3, that they won't sacrifice the one to save the many. They'll find a way to save everyone. And at that point, they don't even know about the other world. And when they find out about the other world, they decide to save them too. To buck the system, to disavow what they believed was possible before, and find a new way. And I think for a lot of us on this journey of regeneration right now, we keep on saying, there's nothing we won't do, there's nothing we won't be, there's nothing we won't give up to see this through. Because we are the phoenix, we are the storm. And this mission, it's all of us. It is us. And we are the heralds, the catalysts, the angels, and the demons too. Everything, everyone is riding together. The entire universe is riding together on this one. All that is dark and light, masculine and feminine. And we're getting there. But I just found myself overwhelmed with that energy again. That we'll do whatever it takes, no matter what it costs. But the beginning of this journey was all about giving up that martyrdom, that need to self-sacrifice for the greater good or for your person. Part of the lesson that we were supposed to integrate and absorb was that We are not supposed to sacrifice ourselves for this. We are supposed to bring it in through self-love. We are supposed to actualize it by spreading that, by rippling that. And we were taught our entire lives through religious dogma, having that shit jammed down our throat, that self-sacrifice was the answer. And it's not. Self-sacrifice creates a martyr. Self-sacrifice creates a golden idol that people worship instead of connecting with themselves. Look at Christianity. Look at what it's become. These people worship bronze statues of a man on a cross instead of connecting with their inner divine, instead of talking to their spirit team, instead of connecting with the universe and nature, instead of realizing and actualizing themselves in their entirety. They abandon their separate halves. They divide themselves like the world was divided, and they fight between giving resources to either side or falling into one or the other completely instead of finding balance. There is a third door. And that's part of our mission. Not to sacrifice ourselves and have idols made and statues built to remember us, but to live, to reset the foundation of knowledge, like we said, from the beginning, so that people know that spiritual truth and expansion and enlightenment and balance is the way, no matter what faith you're from. And I have released my hatred of Christianity. I don't hate them anymore. I'm not even trying to undermine them. The fact is, I'm a bit condition. The fact is, we cannot allow the pitfalls of the past to repeat themselves. That feels better. I've been using this like sea salt spray. That's like supposed to be like a finisher. And it's roughing up my hair. I feel like sea salt probably does that, right? Maybe I should take that off. Not use it. We are not supposed to follow the footsteps of the past. We are supposed to recognize that energy and make a different choice. And this is one of those pivotal moments. We have to prevent people from falling back into that rut of martyrdom. And worshiping that martyr. Instead of connecting with themselves. Because they got so wrapped up in that story. They got so wrapped up in this one guy. They couldn't see the truth anymore. They could not tell the actual lessons from the journey anymore. Because, like us, he was supposed to be an example. Not a statue. The lessons were supposed to come from the way that he lived and the way that he taught and spoke. Not what it's become, which is blindly following whatever's written in a book. Humanity has been stealing back its control, its sentience. We have to guard against that in the future. It controlled us way too long.